This week, the world learned Malcolm Jamal Warner died while in Costa Rica on a family vacation. Authorities say Warner drowned after a current pulled him out to sea. Well, a recent report from the Center for Disease Control and Prevention announced that drowning deaths in the United States are rising for the first time in decades. So this is Mackenzie Cruce from Goldfish Swim School, here to talk about some things we can do maybe to bring those numbers back down. Coincidentally, today is actually World Drowning Prevention Day. Why do we need, as we hear about stories like this, talk a little bit about why we need a day like this dedicated to prevention of drowning?
Absolutely. So definitely us coming out to news stations and being able to talk about it, sharing as much water safety information as possible with, we go out to schools and talk about it. But yeah, just getting the information out there.
Because it is important. Water
Absolutely.
safety is incredibly important. And it's something that we probably should start at a young age, which is where Goldfish Swim kind of comes in. You guys work with the very teeny tiniest of the ages to teach them how to swim. Talk a little bit about some of the skills that you teach, some of the skills we should be making sure our children have.
Yeah, absolutely. So some of the skills that we teach at Goldfish is fin belly flipper. So that is how we teach children how to safely exit the water. Another skill that we teach is the sea otter back float. So floating on their back, making sure their face is above the water, so that way when they're fatigued, they can take a break. And another one that we teach is our jump, turn, and swimming back to the wall. So that way if they fall in the water, they can go back to the closest point to climbing out of the pool.
I think just like anything else, feeling comfortable in the water, knowing what to do in the water is always easier the younger you start it. But it's really important, even if you've kind of missed that toddler age window, to teach your kids water safety, even if they're in the older children or even preteen or teenager age. What do we need to make sure, say particularly for our teenagers, they need to know around the water?
Absolutely. So we encourage our families at Goldfish to choose a U.S. Coast Guard approved life vest for children, teens, anybody that is not confident in swimming. They are much more reliable than floaties and puddle jumpers. They have high buoyancy and are meant to be snug fit. Another thing is wearing brightly colored swimwear. That way adults and lifeguards can have full visibility of them the entire time that they're swimming. And also appointing a water watcher. So that's somebody that can watch your child swim with absolutely no distractions. So just adding as many layers of protection as possible.
Yeah, I love bright colored swimwear. That's something that I've always pushed for my kids, whether they like it or not. They get bright bathing suits because I can spot them very easily. I'm glad that you mentioned the Coast Guard approved.
Yes.
You brought something here with you. Can you show us what it looks like or what we need to look for when it comes to Coast Guard approved?
Yes, absolutely. So on the inside of these life vests, it will say USCG or U.S. Coast Guard approved, and it will have a weight on it. So that's really important in fitting life jackets, making sure that when you tug on them, they don't go above the child's ears or anything like that.
Yeah, obviously, we talk a lot about protecting our children in the water, but this week has taught us a lot about water safety for adults as well.
Yes.
What's your best advice? This is a very popular time to spend outdoors and around the water, a popular time of year. What's your best advice for us as adults as we spend our own time around the water?
Just definitely adding as many layers of protection as possible for anybody in your party that's swimming. Definitely staying towards places that have lifeguards and designating those water watchers as well.
How can we get in touch with you at Goldfish Swim School? How can we learn more about what you offer and get involved?
Oh, absolutely. So you can go to visit our website. We have all of our information, our class schedules, our phone number. We are there 7 days a week taking calls. We are happy to give out any information that anybody needs.
Oh, good deal. Well, thank you for sharing this important information and being here with us today, because this is a popular time to be spending around the water. That's
absolutely
because it's so darn hot out.